Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of GDOCtalk. My name is Ryan A. Moore, and joining me on this journey is J.K. Merdine. And in the hot seat this month, Rob Brower. Okay, so, any of you got a topic you want to talk about? I do have one in the back burner.
Okay.
But I'm not going to go to it yet if you guys have one. I already did mine.
Oh, you did yours?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind talking about reality.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Care to explain?
Well, okay, so we've seen The Matrix.
Okay.
Right? And you know that scene where Cypher is in the restaurant and he's saying,
Ignorance is bliss.
he's talking about, he said, if my brain is telling me that this is steak, then who am I to argue? Because all I know is I put a bite in my mouth and my brain tells me that it's juicy and it's delicious. And he says, as far as I'm concerned, ignorance is bliss. Mm-hmm. And so I was thinking about that comment, and really, it's our brains that tell us what's real and what isn't.
Yeah.
So, I was thinking about video games and, remember virtual reality?
Oh, Virtual Boy? You remember that? Nintendo's Virtual Boy?
Well, yeah. I mean, what happened to virtual reality? I thought it was going to be
It's
the
coming
next
back.
big thing.
It's coming back.
I think it had to wait for graphics to get better.
So are you talking about virtual reality as in
Like the goggles and the full immersion where you put on the gloves and all the sensory stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, we have the Oculus Rift that got bought off by Facebook and shelved pretty much.
But then, PlayStation has Project Morpheus of all names for that.
And
Speaking of Matrix.
It had pretty good positive reviews at E3.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be at PAX, and it was at Gamescom, and it was all that
don't
stuff.
Even mention PAX.
But does reality get
We're not
any better than like real life though? Because one of the things that I like right now is augmented reality games like Ingress.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, Ingress is kind of like a geocaching meets sci-fi. Two teams are competing to take control of these portals.
Yeah.
And you use your phone, and it tells you that, hey, that over there is a portal. So, I mean, as I've played this game, it starts to kind of become the reality.
Yeah.
So there's a portal outside of Mountain View Church. So every time I walk into Mountain View Church, I think, hey, there's a portal right here. Mm-hmm. And it's weird because my brain has accepted the fact that there is a portal. So it might as well be an actual physical thing.
Yeah.
Even though it only exists in the realm of this game.
Yeah. And I know sometimes when Kaiser's like, oh, we're under attack. So I'll go running outside with this.
You'll run out to the church.
Well, that feeling is real because you feel like the enemy is attacking you. I mean, it's weird, even though it's a game. And the weird thing is, I don't feel that way when I'm playing any of these other games where you take on the persona of the character, first-person games.
Yeah.
I played a lot of EverQuest, and I never feel that way on EverCrack.
Yeah,
he did say it.
You beat me to it.
But yeah, it's like, I think that if anyone's going to do it, I think PlayStation's got it right now.
Yeah.
With Project Morpheus. Oculus had a great idea when they... And then at PAX last year, did you saw the booth at last year?
I did it.
Well, did you see this pad thing they had?
Did not do that.
So there's this running pad, and they put on these shoes, and it has no traction. So you glide across this pad thing.
It's almost
and so you're running with the gun
no
with it,
at all.
and then you're like, huh, huh, huh.
But at some point, you can pause that game. You can walk with it. You can go AFK. But in augmented reality games, it's actually you. It's not a character.
Yeah.
You are you.
Yeah.
And so I'm just saying, I don't know what gaming companies can do to get any better than that as far as the experience from the end user's perspective.
So you're saying a game that you will always be a part of? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
just trying to get on. I'm not I'm trying to get
unless you stop playing.
Okay.
I mean, I played a game a while back. I think it was put out by Cosme. It's called The President is Missing. And it sucks you into this reality where the President of the United States gets kidnapped and you work for the NSA. And one of the really cool things about this game, even though it was a PC-based game, was there was cassette tapes. And you would pop the cassette tape into your tape player, and there would be voicemail messages on your answering machine. There was also a number that you would call. And you would have to do some investigating.
Yeah,
You'd go online.
that's awesome.
You'd find the Yellow Pages number for this auto repair shop in Flint, Michigan. You dial the number.
This is a real life game.
You dial this 800 number, and it would go to the answer machine. This is such and such auto body repair. Leave us a message, and then you leave a message, And then later on, your phone would ring, and it's a pre-recorded message, and it'd be like, "Hey, you're getting too close. You need to back off." Click. And you're like, "No way!" The call comes in like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was so cool because it kind of sucked you in. You felt like you're
That does sound
part of
pretty
this
cool, yeah.
reality. And that was like the first step. And now these augmented reality games, and I'm thinking like with technology like Google Glasses,
Yeah.
they're only going to get better.
Yeah, I think right now, I say PlayStation's still in the lead for it because Microsoft's not touching it, and I mean we don't really. Do we need it? Probably not. Like I have not used Oculus yet.
Yeah.
You got to use it.
It
So
was
as a
very
person
cool.
that's gotten to use Oculus, how was it like experiencing the like wearing that and then like going, holy cow, this is like looks like it's like did it look real or like what did you
Yes,
play?
But it was a game. I did the mech one. So, and so they sat me down, put the headphones on, put the Oculus on, gave me a controller. I know you look like an idiot on the outside because you're like staring, but it was pretty cool. When you sat down, I was like, So the first thing I did is I looked up, and it's like, whoa! And also like all the switches, in the roof of a mech right there.
Nice.
Now, if they could get a way to make those like where you could just go like that with your finger and go like this,
Yeah.
that would be cool.
So
that's for me.
what if they did like the goggles and then they made like the power glove?
That's
The
and then,
pressure sensitive
yeah,
gloves.
and then you just went, and when they did this, then it did that like it switched
Or
on,
you
or
can
like
bu-
you're
or you
flying
can-
the Millennium Falcon, and
Actually,
then
a
you're
better
just
way
like,
to do it, honestly, would just be you would just take the idea of the Kinect out. So they have a camera watching you. So when you do that, which I know that's what.
so what
PlayStation's doing,
if
is
Oculus
they actually
and
have the
Kinect, what if Oculus and Kinect join together?
But that's what PlayStation's doing because it's not just this. PlayStation had their eye as well.
Oh, yeah.
So it was doing that. So that is kind of the idea. And what's cool about that mech one is as you're going along, also I'm getting hit from the right. From the right side, I'd be like, I just looked. I didn't have to like camera right. Like, oh, dude's hit me from over there, so that I could actually, turn over there and start shooting him,
Yeah.
and then look over here and then start running left. Like
I think James Cameron nailed it though in Avatar, because really that would be the ultimate like virtual reality gaming experience to go into something where your entire consciousness is placed into
This
the
being?
character,
Okay.
the mech warrior or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
An organic person, which is
Yeah.
a little messed up.
Because if it's sending feedback to your optic nerve that says you're seeing this, then you're seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
If it sends it to your nervous system and says you're feeling it, I mean you're feeling it. Because after all, reality is just what our brain tells
Yeah,
us
so
it is.
boil it down. What is reality?
So there
where
was-
it's like, what is reality? Is our senses tell us what reality?
But when you were talking about that like president thing, there was also for infamous Second Son when they did that that whatever
I was
thing.
gonna bring that up.
Yeah, that was
Because
cool.
that actually blew my mind, and that was part of your augmented reality in a way. As they called it, paper trail for infamous Second Son, and so it was funny when I first fired it up. I had no idea. So it's like in the game, I like all of a sudden run into this like murder scene, and I'm like, pick up these items. So I picked up all the items. I'm like, now what? I didn't know what to do with them, and so I actually had to look up online. It's like, oh, you're supposed to mail them. Oh, so I had to go find a mailbox. And as soon as I mailed them, you actually had to go onto a website that they made called Paper Trail. And then, like, you go to the website and you create an account and you logged in. And it would sync to your thing. So if I mailed them to me, basically I'd fire up my computer. So I actually had my computer I was playing. And then I would, like, look at I would look at the guy's wallet. And I would go through his wallet. And it was different for every person, too, on what they picked out, which is really cool. So, like, for me, I had to, like, I was going through that, and then, like, I didn't really click. I was like, now what? I'm confused. And so I was like, I didn't catch on that on one of his business cards, there was a website. You actually had to go there. So they created a website there. It's like, okay, I'm on the website now. Oh, there's a login. Well, I don't know. What if I click forgot password? And then it says, what is your weight? I'm like, wait a second. His wallet mentions that somewhere. So I look through his wallet.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure
You gotta
enough.
find all the clues.
Yeah.
Type it in. And it was totally all these fake websites. And it was super cool. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm hacking into websites,
Absolutely.
into someone's account. And pretty soon they start showing you like videos. And they actually got real actors to do like actual stuff that you're watching live video of like something happening or a news thing, and so you're hunting down trying to solve these murders and all these things.
Yeah,
And that's just
same
on the
premise.
side.
Same premise. I think the next step for augmented reality games, and there are movies that have been made about this. Like I think Michael Douglas made a movie called The Game or something like that. The next step is to have live action actors show up and confront you in real life. And so, The Man Who Knew Too Little.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, same type of thing, but
He doesn't know
like,
it's
yeah,
real.
you would be totally unawares, and they would come up to you and be like, "Hey, you need to back off. You're getting too close." Or somebody just walks up to you at your place of work or something. You're like, "Hey,
It just drops a package.
are
off.
you Ryan? Go to this website. Trust me. You know, you're not gonna believe what you find." And then you go
man.
there, and it's like, I think pretty soon the wall between what's real and
Yeah,
what's
then
game
it
would
starts
get
to go,
blurred.
holy cow, this is life.
Well, that
You
and
start
also,
sleeping with a
yes.
45 under your pillow.
Well, that yes, and that's also it's like
The tank top with the the
so many things could go wrong.
look like Bruce Willis in Die Hard.
Yeah, so many
Well,
things
yeah.
could go wrong with that. Like people could think it's real and it's not,
Yeah.
and people
Yeah.
or those people who, yeah, I bet you we'd have people who would start to have like an actual breakdown in their mind because they would think it's real.
Yeah.
And it's like totally.
That was the premise of that movie with Michael Douglas. I don't know if you've seen it.
No.
And it's been a while since I've seen it, but he was a multi-millionaire, and I think he wanted to kill his wife off to get the insurance money, and so he started playing this game, and then the idea was to hire a real killer to come into what the wife thought was just a game to kill her off, but
Yeah.
then she gets wise to it. But then at the end, like, you never know what was real and what was game, and was all of it game, you know, and so it's kind of interesting. I think that's exactly what would happen. Let's go back and rewatch that movie.
Wow.
And The Man Knew Too Little is another one I thought was great too.
Yeah.
It's that one where his brother sets him up and he thinks it's real.
No, he thinks it's a game, but he
That's-
gets caught in a
Oh
real
yeah, he
spy
gets caught in a real
ring.
thing, and
Yeah,
they swap things on him. So all of a
he
sudden-
thinks it's all part of the
so
game.
he's got a gun, you know, and he shoots, and something breaks. How did they do that?
Yeah,
It's like real. Or she's really crying.
Bill Murray.
How do you?
Oh, it is?
Cry?
Yeah.
How do you cry on the spot? Do you poke yourself in the eye?
Yeah.
He's like trying, like wondering how this girl's crying, and she's really crying.
He's basically the kind of
There's like a Russian.
it's a
Cold
botched
War Russian
detective thing,
spy
just like you know, what's the movie with Pink Panther?
Okay,
like
yeah.
Inspector Clouseau,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
or Get
Peter
Smart.
Sellers. Love
You know,
Peter
it's just a bumbling idiot detective kind of character. So
Oh yeah, if you haven't seen that, you need to see it.
yeah, The Man Who Knew Too Little.
Yeah,
So
Bill
good.
Murray.
Good one.
With the butcher.
Now that's real.
That's real. Well, that was a good topic, though.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't
But
even actually even scratch into like what is reality, because I thought that was something you were gonna even talk
Oh,
Might have to
okay.
save that for another episode.
Okay.
about. You know.
Well, thank you, everyone, for joining us. If you want to watch the next video, make sure you subscribe right here on YouTube at GDOCUnited. You can also follow us on Twitter at GDOCUnited. You can also like us. Twitter. You can also like us on Facebook. It is facebook.com/GDOCUnited. I'm not going to put links. Don't make me do work.
And I was like, the thumb button's
yeah.
down there.
Is it
Click
down
this
here?
link right here.
It would be like down, I don't know. Where,
Over here?
I don't
Right
know where
here.
it's out of frame. It's
Right
over
there.
It's over there? Okay. Subscribe to that.
Oh yeah. Somewhere.
And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.